Hii movie jamani of unfolding events in the Republic of Kenya itapatia mtu heart attack. Indeed, one commentator put it very well in the comments area of this channel and said this thing is ni kama ka series, combination of Prison Break and Breaking Bad. I agree. Now I know many people in this channel may not have caught Breaking Bad, but I remember when it came out, it was those days when you would still go to a movie shop. Things change very fast because nowadays people take in movies even on their phone. Anyway, I went to this movie shop where I was a regular, and I gave the guy the following instructions. I told him I need something to escape, a series that will just help me escape because I'm under too much stress. I need to relax, and then when I come back to my crisis, I'll be able to solve it better. Of course, I didn't mention the crisis part to them. I just told them I want a movie to escape. But that was my thinking. And to cut a long story short, nipoanza kuangalia hii kitu, the next morning I called in sick. You know, something that constantly keeps you on the edge of your seat and you're asking yourself, gosh, what's going to happen next? Next, you're saying things like, now he's finished for sure. Then you're saying, he's not finished. How will he survive from here? Etc., etc. And that is exactly what is happening in Kenya today. I mean, you're taken to one scene, that scene is built up, very high suspense, and then it's cut off and you shift to another scene. You know, that one has been left pending with its suspense, And then the same with the second, the third, the fourth. Hey, you just have 5-6 balls in the air, all suspense hanging. Wah, 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 wah. Drama bin drama, a rap drama. Na mambo bado, so you'd better order tons and tons of that popcorn. Mambo bado kabisa. Anyway, the scene today, Nairobi politics. Mike Sonko has dismissed any inkling of a fallout with his deputy Igathe. Sonko says, mi na Igathe tuko poa, hakuna shida. On the other end, Bwana Igathe is being very, very provocative. He's being very anachokoza maneno. I mean, putting out tweets like the horrors of reporting to a senior officer who is your junior as far as education status and qualifications are concerned. Siyo ni matusi. Since the beginning of time and all over the world, people have always had bosses who are less qualified than themselves. It happens. That's life. For years I've heard ordinary Kenyans complaining about Asian bosses. Okay? You're working in this company, you're very skilled, you're very qualified, and every now and then a new Asian boss is brought over you who knows nothing. You know, somebody green, and they're your boss. Now unawafundisha job, and these people are your boss and they're learning from you, a junior. Of course, the whole idea is so that you don't rob the company blind. So the owner of the company puts his trusted fellow Asian, to oversee you. That's normally the whole idea. But at the end of the day, this person learns from you, and they learn a lot from you. And in any case, coming into this job, Bwana Igathe knew exactly what he was coming into. I mean, it's not like you went into a marriage on a blind date. And you meet somebody for the first time, you have no idea what they're about, you know nothing, and then pop, you're married. No, it didn't happen like that for Bwana Igathe. He knew exactly what he was walking into. Sonko is a public figure. Everybody knows him, and everybody knows how he is. Everybody knows him fairly well. And indeed, he was sent to the job with a very clear mandate of exactly what to do, and this is what he was already doing. The long and short of all this is that Igathe and Sonko are not reading from the same script, which actually means that Igathe's resignation, he did not consult Sonko. It would appear that Sonko was as surprised as the rest of us. That seems to be very clear, because Igathe is busy telling us about how this incompatible marriage, how they could not work together, and Sonko is busy telling us the marriage was okay. Now, in an ordinary marriage, I mean in a marriage between a man and a woman, when you find that the husband is saying the marriage was okay, and the woman is saying, no, in fact, I've divorced you. Normally the issues, very deep issues. Chances are pretty high she has fallen in love with another man. Another man has just swept her off her feet. This Igathe resignation is therefore not an exception. It is deep, very deep. In my latest news roundup in Club 1999, I've included, last minute, I included a very interesting bit based on my information and of course based on how people are talking. A very sensitive, extremely sensitive, but very high possibility of what is going down here. To be a member of Club 1999, just use the email you see in front of your screens right now. You'll get an automated response on what exactly you're supposed to do. Possibility number 2, of course, is what we're being told that Igathe is actually going to be appointed as CS in the cabinet. We of course wait to see if that will happen. Now, one of our leading local dailies had a headline that had me confused. Yeah, the headline read, "City thrown into chaos." Yeah, something like that, as a result of Igathe's resignation. And then it hit me what they meant. Yeah, this is the person who's experienced. They know how to run things. They understand what's happening. And then huyu ni boss mwindi ameletwa who has no idea. Yeah, so this guy who's under this Indian boss has resigned. Kazi itaendeleaje? Now, as I've always said on this channel, there's a very huge difference between being able to talk English fluently, kizungu mingi, and you talk this English through your nose, yeah, and being intelligent. The assumption with Wazungus and with brainwashed Kenyans is that if somebody cannot talk English correctly, properly, yeah, they're idiots. Not true. Sonko has been able to run successful business, yeah, and he has been able to get very rich. And in any case, a boss is not supposed to know everything. You just hire the right people, yeah, and things run. So Sonko should be allowed to fulfill the mandate given to him by Nairobi voters. If he's incompetent, if it is true that he's indeed incompetent, then the appointing authority, not the president, the appointing authority, the Nairobi voter, is the one to answer to that. And in any case, they can recall him. The final say and the boss in this matter is the Nairobi voter, not State House, not some old-fashioned political advisors from the 60s and 70s who think they are very educated. Apana. So for a journalist to suggest that without Igathe, Sonko is finished, he'll not be able to run Nairobi, I think that is too much. Yeah, that is an insult. Give the man a chance and don't trip him up by giving him speeches to read, English speeches to read, when you know that he comes out badly in that department. Being Nairobi governor is not about reading speeches in English. Is it? And my advice to Bwana Sonko, don't try and be another Kidero. Yeah? Just be yourself. Bwana Sonko can even have a translator in his functions with foreign dignitaries. Talk is Sheng, somebody else translates into English. Nothing wrong with that. The Russians do that. The Chinese do that. Why not Sonko? It does not mean that Sonko doesn't understand English or can't speak English, but let him speak in public with the language he's confident with. Yeah. Further advice to Bwana Sonko, that blueprint for Nairobi prepared in State House, trash it. Yeah? Produce your own blueprint, the one that helped you win elections, the one that you convinced the voters with, and implement that one. Then let's see where we get to. Now, there's an expression from the Kamba language where you could hear somebody telling you, "Woka mono." Loosely translated, yani umekuja sana. Loosely translated, it means that you've encroached too much. You've encroached into my space too much. You're too much. That's what it means. And indeed, I can confidently speak to the Jubilee government and tell them, "Mwoka mono, ai, asi." Because what they have done is to try and overrule the Nairobi voter. Yeah? What they have done is that they've told the Nairobi voter, where ujui, wacha nikuoneshe. You guys don't know, let us show you how this thing is done. Okay? Assuming that the Nairobi voter does not think, the Nairobi voter is not allowed to make his own or her own decision, that is wrong. It is against our constitution, yeah? Because people are supposed to elect leaders of their choice, yeah? Even if they decide to elect a chokora, so be it. As I keep on saying on this channel, it is the decision of the electorate. So this business of coming in and trying to clean up after the voter, that one doesn't wash. It is the prerogative of the Nairobi voters to choose a leader of their choice. So let Sonko sink or swim. Just leave him alone to do his work. Until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.